Hello, this is Dr. Janet Hall and I'm a clinical psychologist in Melbourne, Australia, and I've been working for over 32 years. And in the last 20 years, I've been specialising in sex therapy. And I wanted to talk to you about the difference between people's attitudes to pornography 20 years ago to now, and how indeed my own attitudes have been changing. 20 years ago, pornography was more something that people would talk about with a bit of a, giggle, and it was, not exactly, talked about that openly. But in the last 20 years, pornography has really, taken over with the internet, so that they say that there's not a child under the age of 13 in Australia who has not seen pornography. So all you mums and dads out there with kids who are 12, doesn't that disturb you? And what really disturbs me is the number of men who are coming in who are declaring themselves as porn addicts. And they have been absolutely taken by sheer dismay at how quickly they've become addicts. And it's not just looking at the porn, it's what I call, perhaps not very clinically, but watch and wank. So what happens is that when they masturbate or they do solo sex, self-service sex, whatever you want to call it, they are actually getting off more and more on the wide variety, the diversity of the pornography. They talk about it as being all the A words. It's accessible, it's affordable, like most of the time it's free. It's anonymous because nobody knows what you're doing. And then I've added another one, I call it abundant. Now what happens is there's now evidence that the actual brain chemistry is changing. And so they take scans that show that every time that the man is getting off on the porn, the pleasure centre of his brain is being fired up as if they were taking cocaine. So this is just a warning to all those young men out there who perhaps just playing with porn every now and again, that what I'd suggest you do is concentrate on learning to be the best lover you can be with the most wonderful woman in your life. I'm all for monogamy. I think that's much safer. And also make sure that you are being a masterful lover who is loving, who is intimate. Pornography basically is just selling what they call the male porn model, which is really depersonalising to women, objectifying women, and teaching young men and young women that porn sex is the true and only way to have sex. Let me tell you, it's not. It's becoming spiritually dangerous, and I believe emotionally, intellectually, and downright emotionally, like as in romance, is all being forgotten about. So I guess I used to be someone who would say, well, what's wrong with porn between people at home in their own privacy? But now I'm much more likely to say, learn to be the best lover you can. And so I'm now the anti-porn queen. So I hope that you will think really hard about what you're doing, and if you need therapy, please drop me an email, jan@drjanethall.com.au, and with great confidentiality, I'll help you work out a program and a way to quit yourself of this really, really nasty habit. So thank you, and I do really wish you the most sensational, loving sex life, because that's what you deserve.